Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching in the world, and welcome to the ARAMCO F1 in Schools World Finals, the 16th World Finals, coming to you live from the F1 in Schools headquarters based at Denford Engineering in Yorkshire in England. My name is David Croft, and it is brilliant at last to be able to bring you our postponed 2020 World Finals. We are so thrilled here to finally be competing and this afternoon handing out awards and crowning our world champions as well. It's been great watching the action this weekend from a distance in Baku whilst I was out at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Normally I'd be here in person to watch all our cars competing on the track, but I had to watch Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton and eventually Sergio Perez take glory in Azerbaijan instead. But I know that you've been in safe hands, and I know that because I've been working with these two all morning as well, Tom Deacon and Amy Martin. Thank you very much for holding the fort. Tom, what a 3 days of action it's been.
It's been truly spectacular, Crofty. You were definitely missed, but it's great to have you here for the award show. I have to say for myself, I've been truly inspired, not only just to meet the guys via Zoom, but also to get to know the journey that they've all been in to get here today. So I've been blown away.
Amy, this is not your first time at a World Finals. You actually competed, not once, but twice. You got greedy, you competed twice. How many trophies did you win?
We ended up winning 4 at the 2 World Finals.
Oh yeah, we have success all around here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. But what did it mean to actually reach the World Finals as a competitor?
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. Obviously, you get to experience a lot of cultures, you get to meet a lot of people, and these teams have done an excellent job to make sure they've got here, especially with all the tricky stuff that's been going on this year. It has not been the most straightforward year, that is for sure. Has it been a straightforward competition? What's excited you the most, Tom?
There's too much to actually talk about. What it did excite me, we had the classic thing where we had to ask one team to turn their mute off. You can imagine that's been happening around the world. But listen, don't take my word for how good it's been. Watch this.
Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Running through the last of my thoughts.
We're absolutely delighted to finally be able to bring you the postponed 2020 World Finals.
Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Alright, 'cause I'm freer than I've ever been before.
In taking part in F1 in Schools, you're rising to this challenge and equipping yourselves with the skills needed for work.
Congratulations to all the F1 in School teams who have made it to the World Finals.
And we are live in 3, 2, 1.
We're coming towards the end of day one of the competition. Does it feel like a World Finals? Definitely.
Welcome along to day 2 of the ARAMCO F1 in Schools World Finals. It is day 2 of racing, and we cannot wait to get started.
Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Running through the last of my thoughts.
Fantastic day, incredible times, and just the way this has all worked, it's been incredible.
We'll be gone in a minute.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome along to a very exciting day of knockout racing.
Freer than I've ever been before. Yeah. Baby, I'm freer than I.
We are in the final of the knockout competition.
Alright, 'cause I'm free.
Congratulations to Quinton Lux.
The atmosphere has been absolutely amazing. Great to hear from all the teams on Zoom.
What a brilliant 3 days of competition it has been, and so nice to see all 43 of our teams there. Really, I wish you could be here in person, but we'll settle for the next best thing and seeing your smiling faces on Zoom. Now, of course, F1 in schools, not only is it the best and the largest STEM challenge in the whole world, it's also the fastest too, so it would be wrong not to partner with Zoom as well, wouldn't it? So you've got to hold a virtual competition, you've got to have Zoom, and if you want some F1 in your life, you've got to have a lot of Zoom as well. So thank you to our partners at Zoom. We have all 43 teams joining us live to be awarded their trophies today, and we've got some very special guests from the world of Formula One sitting in our Zoom green room waiting to announce those winners. Very early in the morning in Mexico, for instance. It's very late in the evening in Australia. So to all of our teams, thank you for either staying up or getting up or being with us and working so hard over the course of the last 18 months just to be here at the 2020 ARAMCO F1 in Schools World Finals. So I think after all that hard work and all the competition over the last 3 days, we really ought to get on with our awards, shouldn't we? And we start with the knockout competition winners. This knockout competition supported by Pirelli. We have the Pirelli Mini tyre waiting on Tom and Amy's desk to be presented to our winners. And luckily, whilst we were watching highlights of the competition, somebody has handed me some gold envelopes, and I can reveal that the knockout competition winners supported by Pirelli are Quintilux from Ireland. Now, this isn't a surprise. You knew you'd won because you won the knockout competition. So there was no tension in this whatsoever. But how was the competition? How tough was it for you guys?
Oh no, the nerves are eating us alive, to be honest, but we were just delighted with the result. It was a great car, so we knew we would do well, not to be too confident. But, yeah.
But you had some faith. What was the toughest team you came up against?
Prismatic.
Serious team, yeah.
Brilliant. So great to see some very smiley, happy faces. Congratulations, you have our first trophy of the day. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, once again for Quintilux from Ireland, our knockout winners. Happy times at St Bridget's College there. Well done to Quintilux. Now, we move on to the best application of project management. This award's supported by the Project Management Institute Educational Foundation. And before we present the award, we've got a very special message for you from the Project Management Institute President and CEO, Mr. Sunil Prashara.
Hi there, Sunil Prashara here, President and CEO of the Project Management Institute. I want to send my congratulations for your outstanding performance in this year's F1 in Schools World Finals. Your superior and innovative application of project management has earned you the PMI Education Foundation's Award for the Best Application of Project Management. Excellent project management requires a lot. You have to show how to assign team roles and responsibilities, how to stay on schedule, and how to overcome risks. Project leaders do this every day for some of the world's leading organizations, and now you're counted among those best of the best. This award is really well earned, and I am very impressed to know your project management skills helped you create one of the fastest miniature race cars in the world. There's a lot to learn in the classroom, but I've always believed that there is no better way to learn than by rolling up your sleeves and creating something using your talents and ingenuity. I have no doubt you'll take away a lot of lessons from this competition, lessons that will serve you well in whatever you go on to do in your careers. Keep sharpening your project management skills and know that you possess the power to turn anything you can imagine into reality. Congratulations.
Thank you very much indeed, Sunil. Brilliantly inspiring words for our competitors there. Right, I have the gold envelope in front of me, but It would be wrong not to bring back Tom Deacon to give us proper suspense, Oscar-winning style, and some nominations, please.
Well, in that case, thank you, Crofty. Well, our first nominee have had an absolute belter, and that will mean a lot to people in Scotland. It is Genesis. They had a thorough presentation, very well documented and well presented. Congratulations to them. They're also joined by the nominee Team Blaze, the team in India. All PM areas are clearly defined, explained thoroughly and presented coherently. And finally, joining those two are Team Hyperbolt from India, who we learnt about 2-minute naps. They had a well-defined treatment of PM areas, excellent RACI analysis.
Right, so we're not awarding prizes for sleeping here?
No, just a curious information that gave them the success. 2-minute naps, guys.
2-minute naps, I'm all for that. Thank you very much indeed, Tom. It is the Project Management Institute Educational Foundation Best Application of Project Management Award, and it goes to, from the British School, New Delhi, Team Blaze! Wow, indeed. Congratulations, you four. I think you also pick up the award for the most surprised award winner ever in an award ceremony. Did you not expect to win?
We definitely weren't expecting that at all. We weren't expecting that, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. Tell us a little bit about your journey. How long have you been working on your project?
This is our first year, so we started off in the primary challenge, and we're rookies, so it's been the first time we're ever doing this competition. We've been doing it for about 2 years now, from primary to world finals.
Fantastic. And it all culminates in this award for Best Application of Project Management. I hope somewhere at the British School New Delhi you've got a big enough trophy cabinet to put this as the prize of honour, yes?
Yeah, wow, thank you so much.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies. Congratulations once again to Team Blaze.
Thank you.
Well done. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Congratulations to Team Blaze, 4 ladies from the British School in New Delhi. And we move on to the FIA Women in Motorsports Award. And joining us via Zoom from the FIA Women in Motorsport Commission, their ambassador and driver from the Ferrari Academy, Maya Woog. Maya, good afternoon, good evening. Where are you in the world?
Hi, everyone. I'm in Italy right now, in Maranello. With Ferrari Academy.
What a great place to be on a Tuesday afternoon. You're 17. You're the same age, or even younger than some of our competitors. So, how did you start your racing career? Tell us a little bit about your journey.
Well, I started in karting when I was 7 years old. As for Christmas, I got a card as a present, and from there I moved on racing. And yeah, it started very young.
Yeah, so and a long way to go yet, and I'm sure you'll get wherever you need to. Ferrari have amazing supercars. What's the best car you've driven on the track so far?
On track, I've driven my Formula 4 car, which is really cool. But I'm still 17, so I don't have a driver license. But I mean, every single Ferrari would be cool to drive when I'm old enough.
You don't need a driving license to go and nick Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz's motor. When do you get in the F1 car?
We will see. Just keep working, and this year win Formula 4. So, yeah, keep working this year and improving to improve. Yes.
Brilliant. Can't wait to see that. Maya, thanks ever so much for joining us. Amy, you've got some nominations for our FIA Women in Motorsport Award.
Yes, so your first nomination is Team IQ from England for their excellent demonstration of strong engineering knowledge and intentionally wanting to make a statement for STEM promotion to girls. We have them back again, Team Blaze from India, for their dedication of a lot of their time to promoting women in STEM, and they have especially shown ambition and initiative. And then finally, we have Girls Tonal Tech from Mexico, who have shown a real commitment and dedication to promoting women in engineering and in all motorsport.
Absolutely brilliant. Maya, you have for us, Rob, we'll come to you in a couple of moments' time, but Maya, back at Maranello, has for us our winners. If we could get Maya up on the screen, that would be absolutely lovely, because I don't think Rob from Aston Martin Cognizant F1 Racing knows the winner of our FIA Women in Motorsport Awards. Maya, do come in from Maranello.
Crofty, our Team Blaze have got amazing
Yes. So.
If they do, we shall. Maya, away you go.
And the winning team is from Mexico, Girls Tonatec Racing.
Girls Tonatec Racing from Mexico. Congratulations, ladies. Now, if I could just interrupt for a couple of seconds, this is well worth getting up early for, isn't it? I think we've got, ladies, I think we've got a huge delay between Yorkshire and Mexico. Somewhere over the Pennines, the signal's going a bit too slow. But I promise our award for the FIA Women in Motorsport category is winging its way to you. Thank you so much. Congratulations. A round of applause once again for Girls Tonatec Racing. So excited, love it. Right, Best Newcomer Award, supported by Aston Martin Cognizant Formula One team. He is a newcomer to F1 in Schools World Finals, but we saw him just a couple of moments ago. The Chief Marketing Officer, Rob Bloom. Rob, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Crofty. I think that definitely counts as a false start, by the way.
But you coped magnificently. Thank you very much indeed. What a year it has been for all of you based at Silverstone. Aston Martin coming back into the sport after a 60-year absence, and at the weekend, your first podium in Formula One as well as Aston Martin, which was brilliant. You launched the brand as an F1 team this year. You've created that new identity for Aston Martin. So give us an idea of the amount of work it took to do this.
Well, look, firstly, fantastic weekend, and delighted for our fans, for our partners, and for everybody working so hard. It's a great reward for all the hard work that's gone into the year so far. Look, I mean, when you launch any new brand, there's a big process that goes behind that. You have to really consider, the fun stuff first. So, where's all of the opportunities to speak to fans and really understand what they love to receive from a new brand, coming back into Formula One after a 60-year absence. And then, you build out a strategy, you ultimately have something of a vision that you're looking to tap into. And then again, it's back to the fun stuff. So how can you come up with some really cool and creative ideas and ways of engaging fans and making them feel part of the story? And, content and things like that and social media, so important to that now. So how do we be brilliant at creating content, but how do we also provide a platform to get all of the amazing fans out there, the opportunity to contribute and co-create our story, and then we amplify that story to the millions of fans that we have on social media. So it's been a really fun project to ultimately take an iconic brand in Aston Martin, but really give fans the opportunity to be involved in this project.
And I love that. The I Am F1 campaign has been absolutely brilliant to create this Aston Martin community around the world. That's been a success. Our students are hoping to be a success, potentially in marketing in the future. So what tips, what advice would you give to our students around the world?
Well, look, looking at some of the entries, I think they could teach us a few things from the start. But the marketing is all about how can you take the data and the insights and all the research, but then how can you blend that with creativity? So, it really is about understanding both of those disciplines. And so, I think there's something really interesting about making sure you understand who you're speaking to as that audience, and then just having a lot of fun and really going out there, finding what your passion point is, leaning into that passion point, and come up with really creative ideas. So, the education process is so important for that, to teach you the right skill sets around data, insight, research. But, it's so important in marketing in particular that you explore your passion points, whether that's the environment, whether that's gaming, it could be all sorts of things, whether it's in sport or outside of sport. Because once you're tapping into that passion, then you can ultimately be brilliant at whatever you want to do.
Oh, that's brilliant advice, Rob. Thank you very much for that, and I'm sure all of our competitors will very much take that on board. We have no nominations for the Best Newcomer Award. So, supported by Aston Martin Cognizant Formula One team, it is down to you to announce our winners, please.
Thanks, Crofty. And the winning team is from France, Team Square Q.
And if you are going to win the Best Newcomer Award, come prepared with your own confetti cannons as well. Fantastic, Team Square Q. Congratulations. How was your debut at the F1 in Schools World Finals gone? Successfully, obviously, but you've enjoyed it?
Perfect.
Absolutely perfect. Did you expect the level of competition that you found yourselves up against?
That was so hard, but so proud now.
And we are very proud of you too. Congratulations, Team Square Q.
Thank you.
Keep showering the confetti around. Fantastic. From the INSA Centre in Val de Loire, Team Square Q from France. They are our best newcomers for the 2020 F1 in Schools World Finals. And we move on to the Chair of Judges Recognition of Achievement Award. This is a very, very special award. It's supported by Red Bull Racing, and we have two guests joining us for this. Live in the studio, our Chair of Judges, Mr. Gary Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. And on Zoom is the Chief Engineer of Car Engineering at Red Bull Racing, celebrating victory at the weekend, Mr. Paul Pedals Monaghan. Afternoon, Pedals.
Hi, everybody.
Good to see you. Paul, we'll come to you first. We know that students love F1 in schools. Why do you get involved, though? And we spoke at the weekend. You really wanted to come on and speak to us today.
Well, these jobs are quite enveloping, so it doesn't leave you with an awful lot of time. And I think back to my time in school, all those many years ago on slate and chalk before you say anything, Crofty. And the chance to rub shoulders, engage, learn from anybody that was in the sport at that time, I would have grasped it with both hands. And you pinch yourself. We're very lucky to have jobs like this. And if it's an opportunity to pass something on personally as well as professionally, then I'll feel quite proud to do so, and quite proud to support the F1 in Schools World Final, even if I have to do it with a West Ham fan, which I find quite abhorrent.
You had 6 points off us this year. You can't keep having a go at West Ham, Paul, and Liverpool squeeze into the Champions League. You should be smiling.
I'm pleased that we're in, you're out, otherwise it wouldn't really be the Champions League. However, you're not going to win this argument, Dave, so I suggest you move on.
I've been trying to win this argument for 10 years, and I'm still nowhere near victory. And well done for the weekend, by the way.
Thank you.
F1 in Schools, though, how closely do you at Red Bull take notice of our competitors? Do you see germs of future engineers, marketeers, maybe even team bosses from our lineup?
You do, that spark of interest and that drive and that determination to ask more questions and not accept where you've got to is key to our industry, in that we make prototypes, we don't make production items. We seek to evolve, we don't seek to avoid change. So all of that drive you see in people, whether it's in the technical side, the marketing side, the organisational side, the commerce side, and the presentation side, it's a desire to be better and do better and constantly evolve. And that's so key in our industry. And you see people working together in a team manner. And you imagine taking on Mercedes in a single capacity, you wouldn't have a hope. We take them on as a team. We'll take on Ferrari and all comers, because we operate as a team. And we are sort of just under 800 people in total in Red Bull Racing and Red Bull Technology. So we're quite a formidable force, and we all want to pull in the same direction, and teamwork is key to this, absolutely crucial.
Paul, thank you very much. For the time being, just stay there, because I want to have a chat with Gary as well. It's a unique year this year, Gary. I don't know if it's been harder or easier for you. There's certainly not been a lineup of people queuing outside your hotel bedroom to protest judges' decisions, but how's it been?
No, it's been different, I have to say, neither harder or easier. Basically, without the kids here, the atmosphere isn't quite the same. But the F1 Schools team of people have put together a fantastic event. The scrutineers, I mean, we've got, between judging and scrutineers, we've got sort of 50-odd people around the world. Some are doing something. pull that all together has been amazing, and the teams themselves, I mean, their enthusiasm through Zoom has been just second to none. Everybody's bought into it and everybody's done a fantastic job. Yeah, there was nobody there offering me a beer in the bar, you know, it was a bit of bribery, but I can put up with that, so I lived with it.
I'll do that for you later, don't worry. What has stood out for you? What have you seen on the cars that you think, oh, I like that?
Well, just the fact that, you know, so many teams got here with all this COVID stuff, you know, it's been worldwide, it's been an absolute nightmare, and Paul knows how difficult it is with Formula One just getting to the races. But for all these teams, you know, they're not like Formula One. They can't make their own decisions. They're going to school to manufacture these cars. So when the schools get shut down, they can't do anything. So very, very difficult for everybody. But just the fact we have probably had 10 or 15 cars that are all fantastically engineered. But we've had 43 teams that have just blown me away with the fact they made it here.
Fantastic. You've got a special award before our Chair of Judges Recognition Award as well.
Yes, I do. I mean, basically, because the teams weren't here to do the repairs on the car, I stuck my hand up and said, look, I'm overseeing the project, so I will just be in the background and I'll do the repairs. And there's one team that stood out to me. I mean, I spent more nights picking super glue off my fingers for this team than any other team. So I've got a little award here for you. And this is a picture, I don't know if I can actually see that. This is a picture I took earlier. It's basically of a little plate that we had and myself before I put my shirt on. And then as you can see at the bottom, it had a bit of an accident on the way. So fix it yourself, like I did your car. It's one of those things where, you know, Team Fias, car was great, but it just did keep breaking.
Yeah, at Fias, Colin Chapman always said, and Paul said, they're prototype cars. The best car gets from A to B, the fastest, and then falls apart. But you've got to fall apart after the finish line rather than before it. I mean, you were 300 metres away from victory being denied on the weekend. Sergio just made it. That was the perfect car, wasn't it?
It was nerve-wracking and perfect, yes. No, I wouldn't put the word perfect anywhere near it. It survived, and good on Sergio. He dealt with all the shenanigans around him and kept a cool head whilst those around him lost theirs, and deservedly came across the line.
He certainly did. Right, Paul, you've got a winner for us. The Chair of Judges Recognition Award. Tom has got some nominations. Paul, stand by. Tom, some nominations first.
We'll hand these out. Gary Anderson is a sensei in the use of superglue. He really is truly inspiring. Now, the first team that I'm going to nominate and put up there on the board is one of the Brazilian teams. We've had so many brilliant Brazilian teams enter this year, but it goes to Brazilian 6, rich history in the competition. This team created a library of 1,200 books collected from local community of poorer villages in the community, held English and literacy classes for the less privileged. They held a carnival to promote F1 in schools, used sustainable materials for this. So excellent work from them. Our next nominee is Velion Racing, our collaboration team from China and Malaysia. Helped other international teams when they set out in the competition, giving them direction for the car design and manufacturing, and also dealt with a flood in their school which destroyed their equipment, forcing them to relocate. They also lost some team members and to start again with the new ones, but also had to overcome language barriers by having a translator for communicating between countries, as they are an international collaboration team, as I mentioned. And our final nominee is BRT, Oli Baiza from Spain, a talented, a very charming and confident bunch. These guys overcoming adversity to participate in the 2020 World Finals. Despite a lack of help of any mentoring, they soldiered on and produced a car, claiming it had an incredible experience, and they will try to repeat this in the coming season.
Wow, I'm amazed that we can find a winner here, but a winner we have. Paul Monaghan, it is down to you to announce our winner, please. The Chair of Judges Recognition of Achievement Award. Paul.
It gives me great pleasure. So, and the winning team is, from China and Malaysia, Velion Racing.
Brilliant!
Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, that is amazing. That is
You had to put up with so much. I can't think of a more deserving recipient. Strong competition in this one. Congratulations. Have you really enjoyed this year? Has it been the best time of your life?
Yes,
Yes,
definitely.
yes.
Definitely.
I love it. We'll see you again, I'm sure, Velion Racing. You are our Chair of Judges, recognition of Achievement Award winners here for 2020. Congratulations once again to Velion Racing. Absolutely brilliant. We move on to our next award. It's the Digital Media Award, and it's supported by motorsport.tv. And joining us via Zoom, the Motorsport Network president and a patron of F1 in schools as well, Mr. James Allen. Good afternoon, James.
Hey, Crofty, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's that time of year again that the likes of you and I get to celebrate amazing, young engineering, marketing, team collaborative talent, and it never ceases to amaze.
Absolutely. I mean, you've been part of this for many, many years, as have I, and it's just fantastic. I mean, whether we're on Zoom or we're standing at Turn 1 in Abu Dhabi, celebrating these great champions that have got through to the final rounds, it's always a buzz. And I have to say, it's just fantastic. Great to see so many female participants, so many female winners as well. This has been such a great project, I think, for Formula One, for diversity, for inclusion, for many, many years, and it looks like it's in fantastic shape again still.
Oh, it is, and looking to the future as well. You're a patron of F1 in schools, but in your role with Motorsport Network, you've now announced a partnership with your motorsport.tv channel and F1 in schools. Tell us a bit more and tell us about the benefits you hope it's going to bring.
Yeah, so Motorsport TV is our OTT direct-to-consumer platform. You can watch live streams, video on demand, that kind of thing. And we have a variety of different partner channels. A lot of the manufacturers, race teams, race series, rally series, that kind of thing are on there. It's great to have F1 in schools as well. So it's a platform in its own right, but also because we have the largest digital network of websites in the world, motorsport.com and autosport.com, we can output videos from the OTT platform as in an embeddable player into articles across the network. So it's absolutely fantastic from that point of view, as well as we've got Motorsport TV Live now, which is currently coming out of the UK. It'll come out of the US in the summer, and then probably next year, early part of next year, it'll be a rolling sort of news service. So we're able to really support a series like F1 in schools, bringing them into our ecosystem and giving them a boost, if you like, in terms of visibility to our 56 million monthly unique users around the world. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. You cannot fail to know about F1 in schools from here on in. No excuses ever. Stand by, James. You're going to announce our winner in a moment. But Amy, our nominees, please.
Well, Crofty, they haven't been gone for long. We've got Brazilian 6 for their clear strategy considerations for all audiences and the use of various digital channels. We have Zenith from the United Arab Emirates for a clear understanding with good engagement and an engaging campaign. And then finally, we have an innovative use of technology, including a game app, strong campaign and analytics from the cool as cucumbers, Olympian Racing.
Okay, James, 3 very worthy nominees there. One winner, please.
Well, congratulations to all of you on your nominations and great work getting this far. But the winner, and there has to only be one winner, I'm afraid, is from Greece, Olympian Racing.
Wow, thank you.
Oh, I think this has gone down very well indeed. So, Olympian Racing, you were just described there as the coolest of cucumbers. You might need to fill me in a bit on that one.
I don't know why, but...
How cool are you? Who's the coolest and how cool are you?
Well, from Theodora's reaction, you can tell she's not the coolest.
Yeah, it'll be you then, sir, will it? And what did you do for your digital media? Tell us a bit about your campaign.
Yeah, we basically tried to utilize as many platforms as possible, and the number one thing that we try to do was to be active at all times. I'm still looking at Theodora's reaction. And
I'm saying, like, I can't believe it.
That is the best reaction that we ever want to see at F1 in schools. How much does it mean to you today to have an award? We haven't even got to the winners yet, and you're already winning a trophy.
Yeah.
This is a win for us. Oh, sorry, Alex.
No, you talk. He's done all the talking before. You talk now. It's not a problem.
Yeah, it's like a win for us because it's so difficult, and due to the pandemic, it was the only thing that we can do just to promote and to make sure that we do our job well.
Oh, fantastic. Congratulations, Olympian Racing. It's been lovely to talk to you. Well done. Enjoy your celebrations. Olympian Racing, ladies and gentlemen. They may well be champions by the end of our award ceremony, but they feel like winners already. Let's move on to our next award. And as you can see, it's the Pit Display Award, supported by Alfa Tauri. Thomas, to you.
First time you call me Thomas. I feel like I was being told off there, but I like it. Thank you very much. Big fan of Pierre Gasly. So this incredible trophy from Alfa Tauri will be sent to the winners. It's amazing from all the F1 teams that have provided the trophies. You'll get to see those in just a moment. But as you mentioned, Pit Display Award, well, the first nominee all the way in India is Team Blaze. We've heard from them already. They should get their very own award for brilliant use of the backdrop with a wig as well and amazing singing voices. They had a very well thought out, thorough display, very professional in their process with great content and well explained. We move on to a team from England, where we are right now at the Denford engineering facility. Team IQ, an innovative and unique idea of using tyres as structural component in their display. Great to see those ladies. And finally, our last nominee is 9 Degrees Racing, the collaboration team from Ireland and Germany. They will probably use the phrase, "It is what it is." That's something we've heard a lot over the last few days. They had a well-presented display with clear, well-thought-through features.
Right, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is for someone. And that someone is, from India, Team Blaze. Another day, another award-winning display in the Pit Display Award this time by Team Blaze. Tom's teed this one up for me. You sing a bit then, girls, do you?
Tomorrow, yeah. Yeah, we can all sing together. We got this. I'll put the wig on.
Let's go put the wig on. So, yeah. Can we have some lines in song?
Yeah, go. Let's go. Come on. 3, 2, 1. We are Team Blaze. We bring the fire, burn it down, bring it higher.
Fantastic. Team Blaze, ladies and gentlemen. Next year, Team Blaze, next year we're going to have the Karaoke Award, supported by Yuki Tsunoda. We're going to make that happen. The Karaoke Award. Right, it's Scrutineering next, though, supported by the FIA. Amy.
So all of our nominees scored perfect marks. However, one team especially flew through the process without the need for any further clarifications, which was built exactly to the regulations, which is what we and Gary Anderson like to see. So the nominations are Britannia Red from United Kingdom, Rocket from Portugal, and Quinterlocks from Ireland.
Right, hello everybody. The Scrutineering Award, we have our nominations and we have our winners as well. From Ponte de Lima in Portugal, it is Rocket! Congratulations, guys. You see, you make it easy for the scrutineers, you do your job properly, you build your car to the specifications and you win an award. Sounds simple. How hard was it?
Very hard.
Very difficult. Who was in charge of car build?
Me.
Yeah?
Me and the Alfa team leader.
And show us once again the car that won it for you. The car is the star. Yeah, looks like a rocket as well. Brilliant. Congratulations, Rocket. Well done. Our Scrutineering Award winners, supported by the FIA. Congratulations, guys. And we move on to innovative thinking. This award is supported by the Alpine F1 team. So Tom has the nominees.
Indeed, and just once again, we can't zoom in at the moment, but these are truly stunning trophies here. This one sent in from Alpine, part of the engine there. Incredible to watch. So this will be sent to the winning team. The first nominee is Grand Dash Racing from India. The Car Motion Calculator app uses software developed by the team, which allows analysis of different variants of the car, their strengths and weaknesses. That is a fantastic thing that they have created. And also in the nominees is Zenna. The Brazilian-Greek team collaboration, they had absorbed vibrations in the wheels and increase of stability of the car. The team has used a shock absorber cylinder from around the front and the rear axles. They made them in 3D printers using a TPU material. Fantastic work from there. And then finally, Pharos from China. Our last nominees, the central duct and the opening to act as an in-air tunnel showed creative innovation in their car design. And something similar we see in Formula One, where it is known as the S-duct. Incredible work.
Oh, I remember the S-duct. That was a good piece of work. Right then, our 3 nominees for the Innovative Thinking Award, supported by Alpine F1, and the winners are from the British School, New Delhi. It's Grand Dash Racing.
Yes! Yes!
Very good. So hang on a minute. You guys created an app, yeah?
Right.
So who's the computer whiz kid? So how do you create an app? Is it easy, difficult? How do you go about doing that?
I mean, I couldn't have created the app without the support of the team, right? So all 3 of us, we would work at night. We would design the app once we're done with the project elements. And it was kind of hard, but you know, we worked through it.
Yeah, but in this modern day world, there are apps for absolutely everything, and there's now even apps for F1 in Schools award winners as well. You've done an amazing job. Congratulations, Grand Dash. Enjoy your celebrations. Take care. Well done. Grand Dash Racing, ladies and gentlemen. Wowzers. Right, the Identity Award is next, supported by none other than Scuderia Ferrari, and joining us via Zoom, their Senior Performance Engineer, Jock Clear. Good afternoon, Jock. How are you?
Afternoon, Crofty. I'm good, thank you. Thanks very much for having us on.
No, it's great to have you on. Look, you have the image of the old man behind you there, Enzo Ferrari. What an identity he created all those years ago.
Absolutely. Obviously, with this guy behind you, you can't help but feel pretty pumped up, honestly. Identity is something we don't lack at Ferrari. So, yeah, great to be wearing the badge. Great to be sitting in front of this guy.
Magnificent. Now, I've got some questions for you here, but they're not from me. So don't worry, I'm not grilling you on anything you can't talk about. These are from our teams. First of all, from Malaysia, Fabulous S9, or Fabulous 9, said, what's more important? And with the image of the old man in the background here, be careful how you answer this. What's more important, aerodynamics or engines?
The heart of a car is always its engine. I had to say that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, we all know that that aerodynamics is you know, what we all talk about over the years. You know, that the aerodynamics produces so much of your performance, but we sort of forget the fact that that's simply because you're taking this big lump of engine that produces all your power and trying to get it around the corners as fast as possible. But actually, getting between the corners adds up to a lot of lap time as well. There's you know, different circuits for different aspects of your car, and if you've just come from a good result in Azerbaijan, then you'll probably be quite happy that your engine was right up there. So it depends where you go. There isn't a simple this is better, that's better. It's the package. Ultimately, you hear it. It's a bit of a cliche, but you got to package the whole car and get the aerodynamics working with the engine. And nowadays, it is exactly that. It's collaboration. You can't just take an engine and then put it in a car. The aerodynamics and the engine are actually intrinsically linked. All your cooling system contributes to the aerodynamics you have available for downforce or not, as the case may be. And so that collaboration, which is what you guys out there in F1 and schools have been working on all year or maybe over a couple of years. Collaboration between each of you in the group and each of the areas of design. That's what it's all about. I think Paul Moynihan said earlier about collaboration in the teams. And of course, that's what we're all about here. We know that Ferrari is a team that's built on famous engines. But of course, nowadays, it's much more complex than that. And the collaboration between aerodynamics, vehicle dynamics, marketing, the whole shebang, as we say, that's what makes the package. And then you've got to get a driver in there who can pedal it pretty fast as well. So I'm sure if you're an aerodynamicist, you say, hey guys, it's all down to aerodynamics. But trust me, the motoristi here will tell you otherwise.
And as the man responsible for the Ferrari Driver Academy, you've got some very handy drivers as well, including, of course, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. Now, what would you consider, says Genesis in Scotland, the biggest breakthrough in engineering involving F1 cars, and how has that changed the way F1 cars race today?
Well, I mean, over the years, obviously you didn't really give me a time span on that. Over the years, it's amazing where we are now. We all look at this and think, my God, these cars are so clever, and we're involved. Trust me, you know, even at this level where we're deeply involved in developing and pioneering, we look at them and think, wow, you know, there's some clever stuff going on here. There's some really clever stuff. But if I look at a car from 20 years ago, I think, how can they not have understood what we understand now? How is it that they didn't realize about the F-duct, for example, or about some of the aerodynamic tweaks we have now, or about, you know, you look at the regenerative systems we have now. You know, how did that not occur to people years ago? And unfortunately, in 20 years' time, we're going to look at these cars and think, oh my God, look how basic they were, because that's the rate that these things are developing at. And of course, all of you people in F1 in schools are actually going to be the people developing this sort of thing in 20 years' time, well, actually in 5 years' time. But the rate of development in F1 is such that it goes up so quickly. You just have to keep running to keep up. And that's what all the teams are up against. So to identify one thing, obviously the event of real aerodynamics back in the sort of mid 80s, I suppose, and then into the late 80s, 90s, where aerodynamics was really well understood. And then, of course, you move into 2000 to 2010. That's when the engines were really starting to develop and people were realizing that engine needed to move forward. And of course, the 2014 hybrid system, it was a huge step forward. You know, people seem to forget that they're 30% more efficient than the engines we had before. That's not an insignificant amount. 30% is huge. So that sort of thing, you know, will just keep happening. So I can really, you know, I can really sort of highlight some great things we're doing now, but you guys want to be thinking about the great things you're going to be doing tomorrow, and they are going to be even more impressive than what we're doing now.
That's the most important thing. Don't think about the now so much, think about what's coming in the future. That's what we can influence, of course. Jock, thank you very much for the time being. We'll come back to you to announce our winners. But, you know, supported by Scuderia Ferrari, we've got Jock live on Zoom. It would be wrong, wouldn't it, not to have a message from the Ferrari team boss, Mattia Binotto, before we announce our winners. Here he is.
F1 in school is a fantastic opportunity for young students to get closer to the motorsport, but also to develop the team spirit. A common identity is a decisive factor for a successful team, and we at Scuderia Ferrari know it very well. The prancing horse, the cavallino rampante, the red colors that make Scuderia Ferrari and its fans immediately recognizable everywhere in the world. With this trophy, we would like to reward the team who will be able to present the strongest and most effective identity, the first step to build a winning team.
But who are those teams? Amy.
I am extremely jealous of these nominees because they at least have the chance to take home part of a Ferrari front wing. So jealous, but they deserve it. So first of all, we have 9 Degrees Racing, a collaboration team from Ireland and Germany, who combined 2 of the team's nationalities. The branding is consistent and recognisable, and they really have an identity that recognises the cultural differences. Second, we have Celestial in Australia, who have a cohesive and well-presented identity, bringing together all of the elements of their team. And then finally, they're back again. We have Blaze from India, who have a consistent, boldly presented team as a brand, with judges describing them as absolutely blowing away.
Wow, thanks, Amy. 9 Degrees Racing, Celestial and Team Blaze, all waiting very patiently to find out who has won the award. So let's cross back to Maranello, shall we? Jock Clear, you have the winners.
Okay, thank you, Crofty, and congratulations to all the nominees. Great identities, and there has to be a winner. And on this occasion, the winner is from Germany and Ireland, 9 Degrees Racing. Well done. Congratulations. Well done, guys. Fantastic.
Thank you so much, Jock. 9 Degrees Racing. Congratulations. I don't know who wants to answer this one, but how do you create an identity that matches Ireland and Germany? Because you're separated by a few miles there, and, you know, culturally there's a few differences.
Yeah, so it's a very good question, but we all just sat down as a team and we just brainstormed different ideas, and it was then that we just came up with the idea of 9 degrees racing, because both of our hometowns lied on the same degree of longitude. So the German town lied on the eastern degree of longitude, the 9 degree, and our town in Ballina lied on the 9 degree of western longitude. So we just felt that it fitted our team identity perfectly, and it was something that matched both of our teams, and it was just nice to put into our team name.
Hence the 9 degrees racing. I knew there would be a really clever answer to a really stupid question, and you have just come up with it right there. Thank you so much. That's absolutely brilliant. 9 degrees racing, congratulations. It makes all the sense in the world, doesn't it? You know, keep it simple and you come up with the clever answers. We move on to our marketing award next, supported by the Haas F1 team. Thomas, Deacon.
Thank you. Well, you're in luck because I has the nominees. I can't believe I just did that, but this is an incredible trophy with part of a Haas car. So we, myself and Amy, were treated to biscuits in their office meeting. That is, of course, Zenith from the UAE. A whole range of projects and activities made this team stand out, including hosting STEM Week at their school with students racing a paper car. Great to be back in the office with them. And our next nominee is all the way in Brazil, giving myself and Amy a bit of that samba energy, and that is Brazilian 6, a diverse program of activities combining their sponsorship activities and their marketing campaign, and incorporated COVID awareness messages and strategies. Congratulations to them. And finally, we learned all about Scuderia, all the way in Greece, from Olympian Racing. Well-rounded strategy incorporating CSR, team engagement and marketing activities, along with a concise sponsor program. They are the last nominees. Congratulations. Great to see you guys.
Brilliant. Olympian Racing, Brazilian 6 and Zenith. Wonderful to see you. The Sponsorship and Marketing Award, supported by the Haas F1 team, and our winners from Brazil. They are the Brazilian 6. Is it party night now? Is it party night now for Brazilian 6?
Hi.
Hello, Brazilian 6. Congratulations. Well done.
We would like to. Thank you.
Absolutely fantastic. You have a part of the Haas car winging its way to you right now. We're really, really chuffed for you, and thank you for being such great competitors. Give it up for Brazilian 6, ladies and gentlemen. Right, time to move on, because it's time for the Research and Development Award, supported by McLaren Racing. And I'm so pleased to say that joining us via Zoom to have a little chat before announcing the winner, the Chief Executive Officer of McLaren Racing, Mr. Zach Brown. Zach, how you doing?
I'm very good. How about yourself, Crofty?
Oh, I'm having a great time here. This is one of my highlights of the year. And I've so missed F1 in schools. As a father and also as a CEO, you must understand as well that there are some great ideas coming through from competitions like this.
Oh, 100%. This is where the future geniuses are developed that can apply their trade to Formula One or motor racing or wherever their passion ends up taking them. But I think this is awesome, F1 in schools.
Some advice, if you don't mind, please, Zach. Not for me. I'm well beyond the years of listening to any advice, sadly. But
you're uncoachable.
I'm uncoachable. I'll have that put on my tombstone. That's brilliant. You have many candidates applying to come and work at McLaren Racing. You're one of the greatest teams in F1. But what makes a candidate stand out? What advice could you give to our students?
Well, it's a combination of things, right? It's persistence. Do you want to work at a racing team? Certainly, education and attention to detail. You'd be surprised how many people apply for roles and make typos or things like that, which just shows a lack of attention to detail. In Formula One and engineering and things of that nature, it's all about attention to detail. So we look for that in how people present themselves and that they have a real passion for the sport.
And how vital do you see in the development of STEM subjects that F1 in Schools covers, that an element of competition is brought in if people want to go and then work in Formula One? You've worked in many different varieties of motorsport, but it seems to me that F1 is the most competitive branch.
Absolutely. So I think we got to get started, you know, not only seeing who can perform, but how can they perform under pressure? How do they respond to competition? How do they respond to winning? And as the great Niki Lauda once said, he learned more from losing than he did winning. So unfortunately, you don't win all the time. Realistically, you probably lose more than you win. So I think it's seeing how people can adapt to that and students can adapt to those types of pressures is very important.
Absolutely. Zach, I'm so glad you could be with us this afternoon. Please stay where you are. We have some nominees and then you're going to announce the winners. So Amy, our nominees first.
Well, a huge well done to everyone who's done a lot of development this year. It's been really, really hard. I'm just saying to Zach, I can fit this award in my suitcase. So it might be coming with me. We better get used to seeing these girls. We've got Team Blaze from India for a comprehensive R&D program using a range of tools, techniques and software to evaluate and develop design. We have Tanya Red from the United Kingdom, who have had an excellent level of R&D throughout the design development. And then finally, we have Electron from England, who have highly developed R&D programs showing a clear understanding and application.
Right, back then to the MTC. We need to find out who is going to win, Keris Racing or Britannia Red or Electron. It's the Research and Development Award. It's supported by McLaren Racing. Zach Brown, please come in and give us our winners.
So it was very close, and I'm supposed to do it like the TV show and wait for a little bit with a little bit of a drum roll.
You give us the most pregnant of pregnant pauses, I don't mind.
It was and is Electron. Congratulations.
Electron, brilliant. Zach, thank you very much. Electron, congratulations. Fantastic. From St. Olave's Grammar School, well done, Electron, the Research and Development. Who was in charge of Research and Development then? Right, tell us about your attention to detail ethic.
So I basically analysed absolutely I nitpicked in every single little part I could find, or in all aspects of the car, all the testing. Basically, I made sure that no part of the car was left unchecked, and that's done as well.
Okay, and for the other 5 team members, how much did that attention to detail get on your nerves all the way through this when you wanted to do other things and he was like, no, I need to be putting more into this?
I think as a team, we come to like agree with him on that aspect. Like we wanted to make sure everything was fine.
He nagged us enough that we believed him in the end. So at the end, it's all paid off.
It certainly has, because you won the award, Research and Development. Congratulations to Electron, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. Well done, guys. Many, many congratulations. We move from England to the Best International Collaboration, our next award. It's supported by Autodesk. And joining us via Zoom, Tim Paul. He's the Technical Program Manager for Autodesk. Tim, thanks ever so much for joining us here. Look, we've seen over the years some amazing car designs, and this week as well. Your software really helps our students to develop their CFD and their CAD skills. So to Autodesk, what does the partnership with F1 in Schools mean to you?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Crofty. Thanks for asking. So, you know, Autodesk is focused on helping students succeed in their career, not really just a job per se. You know, we partner with programs like F1 in Schools to help inspire young people to be passionate about making things. You know, hopefully that leads to long careers full of passion for what they do and what they make. You know, my personal hope is that it ignites that fire that I learned from you know, taking ideas from my head and bringing them to reality and putting them up against other people and compete against other people. And you know, there's so many lessons to learn from competitions like this. And you know, my hat really goes off to everybody, you know, that competed and for all of you for putting it together. Good job, everyone.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. That's super words, Tim. That really is. From Tim to Tom, we need some nominees.
I see what you did there, Crofty. Yes, these 3 teams have already been nominated already, so it gives me great pleasure to announce them. Our first nominee is Zena from Greece, mixed with Brazil, the collaboration team, a lively team who showed true teamwork and spirit throughout throughout the competition. Great to see those guys. And they told us that when it is allowed, they hope to meet up together for the first ever time. We move on to our second nominee, 9 Degrees Racing from Ireland and Germany, a team that really worked well together and showed strong integration in many elements of the competition. And finally, it gives me great pleasure to announce this team, Velion Racing from China and Malaysia, a team that have obviously bonded really well despite many challenges.
Right, from Tom to Tim. I think, Tim, you might have the winners for us on this one. Zenna, 9 Degrees Racing, in our Best International Collaboration Award as well. Take it away, sir.
And the winning team is from Germany and Ireland, 9 Degrees Racing. Good work.
Very good. 9 Degrees Racing, another award for you this afternoon. Let's go to our 3 in Germany and ask questions this time. We know that you're on the same point, of longitude here, but how easy or not was it to collaborate with these 3 guys in Ireland?
Obviously, it was pretty easy at the end. So at the very beginning, it was a bit difficult because we've never met each other in person, but I guess we will in the future, and I'm pretty convinced that that's going to turn out pretty cool.
Absolutely. I can't wait for the party when you guys get together, because you're going to need to meet somewhere on that longitude eventually, aren't you? Yeah. Can we make it a date, guys? Can we set up a time in the future?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We've been in contact with Crafty.
Right, brilliant. We're bringing collaborative teams together here. I like this. And you can bring the trophy and have a party as well. 9 Degrees Racing, well done. Congratulations. Fantastic.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Right, we move on to our Best Engineered Car, supported by Williams Racing, who haven't just given us a trophy, they've given us a car as well. Right here at Denford Engineering, the worldwide HQ of Formula One in schools. That's it, I was waiting for someone to show us the car. There it is, the Williams car as driven by Nicholas Latifi and George Russell this season. Many, many thanks to Williams Racing for providing our students with a little bit of inspiration and maybe some engineering inspiration for the future as well. Amy, some nominations, please.
So first of all, we're going to go down under, and we're going to get the boys from Nebula in Australia, who have had beautifully presented work with a depth of skills and understanding that have impressed the judges. And then we have Quintilox in Ireland with an outstanding work from a talented team with a high level of expertise and skills shown. And then finally, we have Britannia Red from the United Kingdom, who have had excellent design development and evaluation.
Fantastic. The Best Engineered Car then. I've got the envelope myself here, and the winner is... from Robert May's school in the United Kingdom, it's Britannia Red! Hey!
Yes. Oh my God. Oh.
You look pretty pleased about this. Who was? Now, who was responsible for engineering?
Well, the engineering team.
On the outside.
On the outside, right. Take us through your concepts then. Where did you get your inspiration from?
Yeah, a lot of inspiration came from our national finals car, which was quite good, but we've tried to keep it quite simple this year, but just improve on all the basics. So we've developed a lot of our CFD programs. We've worked really hard this year, so it's just amazing to win. It means so much to me.
Oh, absolutely magnificent. Now, you've got an extra special little addition to your prize as well, because as well as getting the trophy, Williams Racing have also offered work experience placements at Williams for you all as well. So you get to go down to Grove and you get to see how they do it at Williams. And let's face it, there are not many better teams in Formula One to learn from than Williams, yeah?
Absolutely, it's an amazing opportunity, and I think we are all going to take it up very soon. So we are so thankful to Williams. Thank you, Williams F1, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you so much.
Brilliant. Britannia Red, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. And I'll echo that as well. Thank you so much to Williams. That is a really brilliant offer, and I'm sure our students will get the most out of those work experience placements. Now, sustainability is our next award, linking with Formula One's sustainability ambitions. This award recognises excellence in a very key area. And joining us via Zoom, the Head of Strategy and Business Development at Formula One, Charles Miners. Good afternoon, Charles. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Crofty.
Good to see you. you're a busy man, but you found time, and thank you for finding time to Enterprise judge with us as well. You've been one of our judges, so how impressed were you by the teams? Look at that, he's got his own T-shirt now too.
Still wearing a T-shirt.
How impressed were you?
Yeah, honestly, I've been absolutely amazed by not just the quality, but the passion of all of these teams. I've seen the pit displays in previous years, and I've watched highlights of the tournament. I had no idea how much effort goes into all of these submissions. I'm so excited about the future for all of these kids and their careers, and quite frankly, mildly terrified about what's going to happen when they enter the workforce and they're after my job. So really impressed by what I've seen.
That is the biggest compliment you are going to hear today, competitors. I am terrified when you hit the workforce. And do you know what? Charles is absolutely spot on. I'm so glad there isn't an award for commentary at F1 in schools. In terms of sustainability strategies, though, Charles, how do what our students have been doing relate to what you guys have been doing in Formula One?
Well, yeah, look, it'll be no surprise to any of the students that sustainability is becoming more important for all companies. Everyone has to take responsibility. I know it's really important to F1. It's really important to Sky, he worked for. So, 2 years ago, we released our sustainability strategy, and we've taken massive steps in trying to improve our environmental footprint, but also increase the diversity and inclusion in our sport. So what the teams have been looking at, all those elements of economic, environmental, social sustainability, they're all really critical. And I've got to say, I've been blown away by what I've seen from the teams. And we'll take some of that back to our headquarters in F1 as well to learn from.
This, you see, is why Charles is one of our judges. I want to draw your attention, if I can. If I move down centre stage and just hold that up there, that is our trophy for the Sustainability Award. It's a really special trophy. Charles, you've got more details about this.
Yeah, look, it's a fantastic trophy. Firstly, it looks great, but it's been developed by the smart team at UCL. So they call it the Airflow Trophy, and it's been inspired by the strong influences from aerodynamics and the flow patterns that you see when testing cars in the wind tunnels. And not only does it look great, it's also sustainable. So the top bit's been 3D printed, and that's been printed out of plant-based bioplastics. And the bottom, as you can show now, has been machined from reclaimed plywood. So that was old packaging cases. But all in all, I think it looks fantastic, and it absolutely represents sustainability. And I really hope the teams enjoy receiving it.
Brilliantly described. Thank you, Charles. My audition for QVC is now very much on my show reel. Tom, some nominees.
Beautiful hands. I think we can all agree there, Crofty. Absolutely delightful to see those.
Glad I cleaned my fingernails this morning. I wasn't going to do that.
So the first nominee goes to Zenith in UAE, the team with all the biscuits. Great to see you in the office. Put sustainability, by the way, I'm reading out what the judges have said about them. Put sustainability at the heart of their portfolio. Excellent consideration of their carbon footprint. Very good social and economic aspects, and good use of sustainable materials. We move on to our second nominee. They've had some brilliant social media throughout the whole week. Quintilux in Ireland. Definitely check that out. Strong affiliation with F1's own sustainability strategy with wide range considerations, including economic and social factors. We're getting there. Good job. I haven't got a verbal presentation coming up soon. And finally, the last nominee goes to Nebula with their Crocker all the way down under. Sustainability strategy was incorporated throughout the team's presentation.
Right, three very, very worthy nominees, but there can only be one winner. Charlie, who's the winners?
Well, it gives me great pleasure because I saw this team. The winning team is, from United Arab Emirates, Zenith.
Oh, congratulations, congratulations, Zenith. Sustainability Award. This is a very key award for the future. How pleased are you this afternoon?
We're so happy, thank you so much. We would like to thank our sustainability partners, the CR Garden and D-Grade, for helping us reach this goal.
Brilliant, and thank you. Don't thank us, thank you for your ideas, which are swiftly finding their way very much to the top of Formula One. Zenith, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Well done. Absolutely brilliant. Now, Tom just mentioned the verbal presentation. All of our teams have to submit a verbal presentation to our judges. It is one of the most nerve-wracking things they can do. Don't take my word for it. I can barely speak just thinking about it. Amy, did you have to do the verbal presentation?
Yes, twice. It was very nerve-wracking. It always is. But as long as you put in a lot of hours into it, you can make sure that you go very well and it goes smoothly.
And make sure your teeth are put in straight as well. That often helps. Alfa Romeo Racing support. I go to pieces every time I think of the verbal presentation. Alfa Romeo Racing support this award. Amy has a faultless read of the nominees.
Just like those hours that have gone into the verbal presentation, I'm sure hours have gone into crafting this trophy. It's absolutely amazing. I would love to have that in my bedroom. So well done to everyone who's been nominated. So first of all, we have Dark Matter from Australia, who have had an engaging presentation with strong visuals and clear explanations of activities and their strategies. We're back with Electron in England, who have had a strong presentation with clear graphics, flowing and engaging visuals, with learning experience well documented. And we're back with Britannia Red in the United Kingdom, who have had a very professional presentation with clear explanations of learning experiences and very well presented.
Right. Just, you see, you get to the last line and that's where it all stumbles. I do that all the time. You just, the minute you relax, that's it, go to pieces. Right, the Verbal Presentation Awards, supported by Alfa Romeo Racing, and the winners are, from Robert May's school, it's Britannia Red once again. Right, verbal presentation. What was your strategy?
Obviously this year was very different, obviously having to record everything online, so we sort of, it meant that we could look back at it and in normal years you don't really get to watch yourself back, and so it was really special to be able to watch ourselves back and then improve from there, and yeah, it's very different, and I had to learn a whole new editing software which I never thought I'd have to do in F1. But yeah, so it was an amazing learning experience and we all loved it. So
yeah, honestly guys, you've discovered the secret to all broadcasting. Sort it out in post. Yeah, anything can be sorted out in post, but you've put it to great effect. Britannia Red, well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right, we're very nearly at the time that we think about our world champions for 2020. We've got a 3-2-1 to present, but we have one more trophy to present before that, and it is the award for the fastest car. Supported by Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team. Let's face it, they've had the fastest car in Formula One for many, many years now, so why shouldn't they support this award? And it's great that their team principal and CEO, Toto Wolff, has taken out a few moments to speak to us and give us this message.
Hi everyone at the Formula One in Schools World Final. I'm really happy that all of you made it to the finals, because this is truly a great achievement. I've been part of Formula One in Schools many years ago because my son participated, and you can be really proud of what you have achieved so far. I think it's really good to train in all these fields, not only in engineering, but also in marketing and communications. And it gives you a little sense of what we do here in the real world. So continue to learn, continue to develop yourself, but this can be the first step in a career in Formula One. So I'm cheering for you. You are already all winners to have made it to the finals, and the most important is have a good time.
Couldn't agree more. Enjoy yourself and have fun, and the winning, well, that's just a bonus on top. Thank you very much, Toto. No nominations for this because there can only be one fastest car, supported by the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team. The winners, from St Bridget's College, it is Quintalux. Hey. Right, average time on our track of 1.045 seconds. Wow. That is a bit rapid. Did you specifically go in and think, right, we are going to get the fastest car here? That is our big goal at F1 in Schools World Finals. We want the fastest car.
Yep. That's the goal for nearly every team, but we were kind of especially going for it.
So what bits made it go fast then? What did you have that no one else did?
I think what was kind of the most creative bit that we had was our rear wing. So our rear wing wasn't as exposed as most of the other teams, and it was a kind of dual action rear wing. So we took away kind of the kind of traditional pods behind the front or behind the rear wheels, and we kind of implemented the kind of design of the pods into the support material of our rear wing. So we feel that was a standout.
I love it. But by playing around with the rear wing, you're reducing the drag, and of course it's going to go fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, this. You guys have got to go and work for certain Formula One teams right now because you understand it all. Obviously, there's a few corners as well that you have to negotiate, but 1.045 seconds, that is amazing. Quintilux, congratulations, well done. Quintilux, ladies and gentlemen. Brilliant, well done. Wowzers. And so, ladies and gentlemen, on this Tuesday afternoon here at F1 in Schools World Headquarters, we come down to our final three. And as you can see up on our big screen, it's third place, supported by the Institution of Engineering and Technology. David Lakin is their Head of Education and Safeguarding. David, great to see you. Thanks for joining us. You have been a long-time supporter of F1 in Schools. So how does what we do here align with the IET's education strategy?
Yeah, hi Crofty, great to see you again. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We've been a supporter of F1 in Schools for a long, long time. And the main reason that we do that is because it aligns with our education strategy of trying to inspire the next generation. And what better way of doing that through a program like F1 in Schools. We do a lot in STEM education to do that very thing of inspiring. And we do what we do very well, but we recognise that there's lots of other organisations that do it really well as well, such as F1 in Schools, which is why it's important that we work with, support and collaborate to have the maximum impact of trying to inspire that next generation. And as we know, there is only one F1 in Schools.
There certainly is. David, thank you very much indeed. This is our third place trophy right here on our podium this afternoon. And I've got the golden envelope that will tell us who our third place team are. 43 teams, we have a podium to fill, and in third place from Wesley College in Australia, it's Nebula! Brilliant. Well done, guys. Third place, you might think, well, you know, we're a bit disappointed we weren't overall champions, but third out of 43, that is a bold effort. Congratulations. I think Wesley College, very much where stars are born. Big round of applause from all of us here. Congratulations to Nebula from Australia. Our second place trophy and award is supported by Denford Limited. Where would we be without Denford? It's a question we ask very much. Not just Denford Limited, but the man behind it, and the man behind F1 in Schools as well. The founder and the chairman of F1 in Schools, without whom, quite frankly, this wouldn't be the success it is today, because we wouldn't have got going in the first place. Please, Andrew Denford.
Thanks, Crofty. Well, it's great to be here in sunny West Yorkshire, and it really is sunny outside. Well, normally we'd be in a huge ballroom somewhere in Abu Dhabi, Singapore, Austin, Texas. But, you know, we take nothing away from being here in West Yorkshire because of the obvious reasons. We've had an absolutely incredible week. And what's been amazing really has been the worldwide coverage and media interest, because this is such a unique event. And yesterday's knockout thriller kind of summed it all up, the excitement generated through a, if you like, a zoomed event. But the thanks has to go to the 43 teams. I mean, they have been absolutely incredible. They've worked so hard through a pandemic, kept the teams together, made it over the line with getting the teams over here to the UK, and their portfolio judging, and all of that has been done remotely, which is incredible to think that this time in March last year we'd actually be holding an event, and now we have it with 43 teams. They've been punctual, they've all made it on time, and as you can see, their enthusiasm has been phenomenal. They've been engaging with Amy and Tom, and interaction was fabulous, wasn't it? And all that, of course, through Zoom. So as I said at the opening, for F1 in Schools, this is an absolutely groundbreaking event. So much of education has completely shut down throughout the pandemic, but we've kept working hard, coming up with new innovative ideas to keep the whole thing alive. And STEM learning just proves it can be done at a distance. So we've shown it can work. We've been doing it around the world at various venues. Our UK National Finals were here. But let's hope we can go live next year somewhere at a Grand Prix and meet all these people who've supported us at these awards today. So, some big thank yous. You can't see this, but you've been watching it virtually. This team here that's pulled this together, working with all these new technologies to deliver a first-class event. Well done to you all. And thank you to Zoom. Without you, I think we'd all be lost. Gary Anderson, Chair of Judges, is held together 50 volunteer judges all around the world, all doing the various different elements of F1 in Schools and coming up with these results. And it's actually given them more time to deliver these results because they've had time to go and retrench and work over the last 2 or 3 weeks, where normally we've got a 5, 6, 7 day event, including the Grand Prix at our usual World Final. So thanks to the judges. And again, we've got volunteers. You'll have probably seen them on the webcast. We've probably got about 30 working behind the scenes. There's been about 12 or more working here, and all the staff from Denford who've helped put on this event. So fantastic. And big thanks to Tom, Amy. You've been brilliant. You've sat in those chairs while we've been stood up, walking around. You've been doing this event and delivering it to a very, very high level. They've loved engaging with you. I saw a few there with I Love Tom Deakin. So you're a worldwide megastar.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the banter, I think you've engaged with them. You've told them what comedy is all about, haven't you, Tom? And our partners and sponsors, you can see them all behind us. Wonderful to have them behind us and supporting us. You know, without them, we can't exist. It's as simple as that. But a big, big thank you to ARAMCO, our title partner. We've worked with you over the last 6 months to make this happen. The videos, this incredible To Keep trophy, first one ever. That'll be at some school reception very, very shortly. But let's hope we can welcome teams from Saudi Arabia to our World Finals in 2022. So without further ado, second place. The winner is, from St Bridget's College in Loughrea, Quintalux, Ireland. Don't want to take your last.
Quintalux, our runners-up. Very good job. You had more confetti cannons and a very emotional day as well. Oh, tears already. I hope that's tears of joy, not of disappointment. You've done an amazing job. Oh, I think school is going to be so much nicer now when you go back into classes. You can go back and say, look, you know, we're runners up here. Just tell us the secret of working together as a team. How much have you guys enjoyed working together?
So much. It's been the best experience in our lives.
Loved every single moment of it. You know, we just get on so well as a team, and we're so proud of that. Like, to look at 5 people and say that we're going to be second place in the world. If you told me that 24 months ago, I would have laughed. Oh my God.
Oh, it's fantastic. Quintalux, it's been an absolute delight to get to know you. Well done. Congratulations, our runners-up this year. Quintalux from Ireland. Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, we come down to one award. This one here and this envelope here that says F1 in Schools, ARAMCO World Finals World Champions. Yeah, we're going to announce our world champions in just a few moments' time. Before that, though, first of all, here's a congratulations message from Farhad Dubaib. He's the head of global communications for ARAMCO.
Hi, I'm Fahad, the head of global communications at Aramco. I wanted to congratulate you on behalf of everyone at Aramco, nearly 80,000 of us. You have competed at the highest level of engineering possible for your age group. You've thought outside of the box and pushed design and technology to its limits. You've inspired us all with your creativity and shown you have the talent to accomplish great things. But whether you ended up on the podium or not, the truth is that everyone who made it to this F1 in Schools World Final is already a champion. Over 1.3 million students across 26,000 schools around the world have taken part in this competition, and you have made it all the way to the top. This is something to be proud of. Aramco is proud to sponsor the F1 in Schools World Finals because we see in you the very same passion for engineering and innovation that drives our work. As the biggest energy company on Earth, we tackle some of the world's toughest challenges. And that means we are always looking for the brightest and most innovative minds to join our team. From smarter and cleaner car engines to applying AI to the design of advanced fuels, your skills and ingenuity can change not only the future of transportation, but the future of energy and society. For now, enjoy this moment. And once again, congratulations.
Farhad, thank you very much indeed, and many thanks to Aramco for their very generous support of F1 in Schools. Thank you too to Zoom and to Autodesk, the Project Management Institute Educational Foundation, to Denford, the IET, the FIA and UCL Engineering, all our partners, and a special mention for Formula One and Liberty, the commercial rights holder of Formula One. It is F1 in Schools. F1, the greatest sport on the planet, inspiring our students to strive for the best. And I'm really delighted that I can welcome the Chief Executive Officer for F1, Stefano Domenicali, right now. Stefano, a very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us. F1 in Schools, how does that fit in with your vision for F1 in the future?
David, thank you so much. I mean, it's incredible. I was just following, the presentation. It gave us such an energy that is fantastic. It's really a great moment to share together. And I remember, because I was with the red shirt many, many years ago, and I met Andrew when we were trying with a special team for him at that time, to be involved in that project. And it was incredible. So what I've seen step by step having been achieved is something unique. And I have to say that Formula One is really believing in this project in its entirety, because we always focus on drivers that represent our pinnacle. But, without the people that are working around them, it's impossible to think of Formula One. Formula One is a great enabler to make sure that society, the people, can find the right spot for their life in the future. So I'm really proud to share that with you. And really, it has been a great moment to share this intensity. And when I saw all the guys, boys and girls, really so excited about what they're doing, it reminds us who we are. And this responsibility has to be shared with our world. And I will do that the next Grand Prix to make sure that is spread at the right level of dimension in terms of communicating who you are and what you are doing for the Formula One of the future.
Now, our students, our competitors, they're very keen to be the future face of Formula One, whether they're engineers, whether it's PR, marketing, team boss, which you've got a little bit of previous experience with as well. What advice could you give our students today to realise their ambitions if Formula One is the way they want to go?
I mean, always to think big. Never stop. Never stop if there is a problem. Never stop if you are becoming second. The drives that you have to have within yourself is really the passion for what you want to achieve. And this is the right way to do it. I mean, the complexity, the competition is always very high. And the more we are getting bigger, that is something that you have to discuss, that you have to fight with. But never be complacent with yourself, never feel defeated, always think positive. And this is really what is Formula One. And this is what really is my advice to you all.
Fantastic. Think big, don't get complacent, always be positive as well. Stefano, thank you so much. If you could just stay there for a couple of moments, you're going to announce our world champions very, very shortly. All of our podium winners, by the way, so our second place, our third place and our winning teams will receive a season of F1 TV access. And when restrictions allow, we're going to invite our world champions to join us at a Formula One race. They get to come in the paddock. This is going to be amazing. And to meet Stefano as well, some of the drivers and some of the engineers, and find out just what a team sport Formula One is. Now, our winning team will also receive scholarships to UCL Mechanical Engineering. And here's a message from Professor Tim Baker from the university.
UCL Mechanical Engineering offers scholarships to the winners of the World Finals. Our experience has shown that F1 in School students are outstanding candidates, and I look forward to welcoming some of you to the university in the future.
What a prize, what a prize. The scholarship, the invitation to the F1 paddock, and this amazing trophy as well that ARAMCO have had made for our F1 in Schools world champions. And you get to keep that trophy, as Andrew was saying. So, time for me to shut up. Stefano, time for you to announce our champions.
Well, I just say hello to Andrew that I see on my left on the screen, but I would like to end with the hands, trying to get, try to be digital, but unfortunately, Andrew, you need to help me to lift it up. Anyway, I think that the tension is growing. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone is following, thanks again, and looking forward to see you soon. Before the lines will be cut off, the winner is from the United Kingdom, Britannia Red. Congratulations.
Wonderful. Hey there, Britannia Red. I'm holding a trophy that belongs to you. What do you reckon to that?
We'd like to reach out and grab it, Crofty.
I wish you would. It weighs an absolute ton. This is the heaviest thing I've lifted in many a long year. Guys, what an incredible achievement. Did you ever think, as your little replica comes in now, did you ever think when you started out on your project that the World Championship could be yours?
I mean, it's always been our aim. We've been a team for 3 years. We've been working hard towards it, but I don't think anyone else quite envisaged this happening. So it's a fantastic feeling.
So many strong teams this year. We really didn't expect to, really unbelievable.
And one thing I've always said, Crofty, is I've been doing F1 for 5 years. I've dreamed about this moment and you saying those words so many times. And so it's an absolute honour for you to be there here today. So thank you very much for that.
Oh, trust me, the honour is all mine to be surrounded by intelligence. It really is. Just tell me, how many hours do you think you've put in over the 3 years?
I don't know. I've lost count. It feels like so much.
Yeah. Wow. Put a thing. Jeez. We've lost all of our social lives.
Yeah. Every waking hour has been spent thinking about it for the past week, and maybe even longer.
Yeah. And now maybe we can have some sleep because we haven't in 5 years. I don't think slept a decent night's sleep. So, yeah, we can sleep well.
John Bon Jovi said, "Sleep when you're dead." Don't worry about that one, to be fair. And social lives, they can wait. You're going to Williams for some work experience. You've got scholarships to UCL Engineering. You are the world champions as well. You've got to come to an F1 paddock. I don't know if Stefano is still there or not, but he is going to show you the greatest time when we get to a Formula One race in the future. Is Formula One your dream goal? Where do you see yourselves in 10 years' time?
I think definitely, Formula One is where we all want to be. So it's been a great experience.
It's a dream of mine to work to do F1's been amazing, and to do real F1 would be amazing. It's unbelievable.
Another thing we'd like to say is we'd like to give a big thank you to all of our sponsors, primarily Lenovo. Joe and Chris there have been absolutely brilliant. They've been supporting us for the whole 3 years we've been in this competition. We could not have done this without them. Our other sponsors, Driven, Floor, Nissan, Time to Display, iMechie, Oxford Project,
I think you've done it. Anyone that's all of our alumni that have helped us get here today, you're all amazing. You know who you are. Thank you for all the support. Our lead teacher, Mr. K, he does so much behind the scenes, and he's an all right guy. But thank you so much to everyone that's helped us get here today. You know, it's not just us six. A lot of people have helped us here over the years we've been doing this, and we are forever in their debt. So thank you very much, everyone. You know you are.
Brilliant. Not only do I not have the strength to lift this over my head, but I don't really deserve it because I haven't put the time in. So lift your trophy up that you have there. You are world champions. Britannia Red.
Nationals. Ready?
Many congratulations. Hey, Britannia Red. Ladies and gentlemen, our world champions for 2020 for Formula One in schools. Thank you once again to Aramco, to Formula One, to Zoom and Autodesk, to the Project Management Institute Educational Foundation, to Denford, the IET, the FIA and UCL Engineering. Well done to our third place team from Australia, Nebula. Well done to Quinolux from Ireland, our runners-up. And once again, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, to our world champions, Britannia Reds, our world final podium. Absolutely incredible. You've put all the time in, you've put all the effort in, not just our top three, but every single one of our 43 teams that have competed at this year's World Finals. Go and enjoy tonight. You have earned the biggest celebrations you could ever wish to have. Many congratulations, and we'll see you in the F1 paddock, I'm sure, in the future, as we'll see many of our competitors this year, because this is just the springboard to, well, who knows what in the future. From Andrew Denford and myself, David Croft, from Tom Deacon and from Amy Martin as well, and everyone involved in the F1 in Schools World Finals. We will be back in 2022. Who knows where? It could be a second time where a Yorkshireman complains about staying at home, but we hopefully will be somewhere around the world. Take care of yourself. Thank you very much for watching and taking part wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good night and goodbye.